note?
Let's see.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
He wants a clean slate. Tabula rasa. We know where to go. The barrack room.
I mean, as wolf pelts go, it's pretty. But I've more than enough of them. Folk in Boston are not short of wolf pelt. What do I do with
Pretty?
this?
The work, I mean.
We know where to go.
I'd sell
The barrack
sunshine to
room.
the Spanish, but that is not the problem. We've more than enough wolf. Bring me a bear, and we'll talk. I could get no, 20 pieces of 8 for a bear pelt, if it were in good condition. I'll pay you half that.
An echo from the past drifts by.
That quill. Bet that's what we're looking for.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he pretended to love her.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Banisher? I hear her. She won't.
I need... Folk talk about you. About your past.
I know what they say. They say I am a murderer. They are wrong. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too.
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different. And I'd do the same again. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
Not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional. Full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job, then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch, and let's get it over with.
No choice remains. Let it be done. And I'll be done with it!
Marty, you're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave! What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool. But no, you believed me because you wanted to. Yet you didn't believe me, did you? Not entirely. That's why you never freed me.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and... a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
How very human of you, Mistress Hargrave. But hardly an excuse to own a man.
Time to give this love story an ending.
Rebecca Hardgrave, your love for Fardy Miller is sincere but unwanted. You're hurting him. Let him go.
Is it wrong to wish to spend your life with the man you love?
You did spend your life with him. Now your life is over.
He was mine. I wanted to keep him. Was I wrong?
You don't own him. You can't own him.
Let go. Find peace.
Peace? She gets peace? After all she did?
I get peace, but you get your freedom. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Fardy. For everything.
You have no more reason to stay.
She deserves no peace. She put me through hell. You don't care, Banisher. Just one more mad master in a madder world. What do you want?
You'll forgive me for this, but being a merchant here in New Eden seems a difficult calling.
I can't decide if you keep asking me that because you're judging me, or because you're judging New Eden. I suggest you judge New Eden. I have goods. I have money. Land too, though it's worthless now. I work hard. Why wouldn't I trade? The captain has no problem with it, and neither should you.
Farewell to you, Mr. Miller, sir.
Don't hurry back.
Storeroom. Locked. Storeroom. Locked.
You've saved our sorry asses, sir. Of that, there's no doubt. You've earned us a rare bit of rest, and that comes most welcome.
You all right, soldier? You look drop-dead weary.
The dead don't sleep, do they? And me being asleep won't stop them coming.
Your comrades think you're too scared to sleep. You should prove them wrong.
I don't give 5 shites what they think. They may tend to their own duty while I tend to mine.
All bullshit aside, what's going on?
Oh, what do you care? I have my problems and you have yours, so let me handle myself. I ain't important, and I don't deserve no help. Wasted time helping me anyway.
You heard the man. He wants no help. I see no reason to force it on him. For now, at least.
Peaceful watch to you.
Anything to report?
As you were, soldier. I'd like to help him. Old soldier and all.
All right. Let's start with his billet.
Right. Andrew's things. Where are yous? An award given to a brave soldier. I believe we found Andrew's things.
This is our best lead yet. Maybe we missed something in the infirmary.
Maybe. After that, we might look for his train band record.
Enough, John. I'll not listen to another moment of your ranting.
'Tis no rant, woman.
Pretty empty armory.
And we're
Looks
all
like someone's been living in here.
respect. Ellen Priest sets out into the wilds in search of our salvation while the captain rots in his office. Now you know who to respect.
What do you...
A metal trinket to mark a life of sacrifice. Oh, I bet he'd rather have his sleep back. Generals. Bollocks, the lot of them.
Any idea who this ghost might be?
You may know a soldier by his trail of dead. Could be anyone. 14 years is a long time to live haunted.
White must have a will of iron.
Kept it to himself. Must have been hellish. I'll talk to Andrew. Might perk him up a bit. Should have had your breakfast, friend. Anyway, greetings.
I'm Antea Duarte. This here is Red McWraith. We're Banishers. Now, who are you and what do you want? Are you the ghost haunting Andrew White? Is that a yes or a no? Who are you? This isn't gonna be easy, is it? Mute ghosts take forever.
This is pointless. We're hunting in the dark with no light and no spoor.
First, you have to find out what's keeping him from speaking. Andrew won't be much help. But if our friend here can't tell us what he wants, maybe he can show us. Do you want us to follow you? I think he wants us to follow him. He left stains. Clever. I'll keep an eye out so we don't lose them. Here, we can go on. I'm reminded of one of my first cases. The ghost was mute because the person haunted refused to talk.
So this one is mute because of Andrew?
I don't know. Maybe. The ghost has something to show us. Over here. The ghost haunting Andrew seems weak. Drawing out the torture the better to enjoy it? Or holding itself back, afraid to feed too much?
If mine had been so kind, maybe I'd have slept nights. I'm jealous.
Don't be. These ones are the worst. Years withering, decades even. It's an awful way to go. They're feeding off their own rage.
Sit down. Our friend the ghost could have shown us a safer route.
Or he's just playing with us. Our new friend is waiting for us. spectral writing on the wall. See for yourself. Our ghost does not seek revenge. That makes things easier.
Joshua Gouge, gone too soon.
What's it going to say? Joshua Gouge outstayed his welcome. He wants us to follow him. Here, we can go on.
Piss off!
Joshua looks kindly on Andrew. What were they to each other?
Brothers in arms, perhaps. You never feel as close to a mate as when you fight by his side. You fight for the man beside you, not for money, not for a king. For your mate.
You have friends from the war. First I've heard of them.
They lost contact. Maybe when this is over, I'll look them up. Most young men are taught to dream of war. And when they get there, they dream of home. They're not busy fighting and dying, that is.
Think you can take on a ghost?
Voices from the dead ripple here.
Shite! To arms! To arms! They waylay us!
The right flank! Hold them off!
Josh! Behind you!
Goddamn bastard in code! Help me!
Joshua! No!
Nice to meet you again, Joshua.
You want us to help Andrew White give up his guilt and get on with his life. Am I right?
We know you died fighting by his side. Is that why he feels guilty? Is this why you can't speak? Well, I've been there. I'll do everything I can to help.
If help we can.
Only these two could talk to each other.
Joshua's not helping. He's scared Andrew silent. Conversation over. There's a wall between these two, and we must knock it down.
I may be able to do that. Andrew failed to save his friend and blames himself for it.
Guilt is normal, but you must let it go.
I had claw marks on it.
None of this explains what binds the ghost here.
Anything to report?
I don't usually bring it up, but I was a soldier too.
Thought as much. Where'd you fight?
Well, first I fought my way across half the Highlands. Later I'd fight wherever my paymaster sent. Yeah.
What's your war story then? We all have one.
I took my men into a village, let them at the drink. You can imagine the rest. I didn't partake, but I didn't stop them neither.
'Tis hard to keep God in your heart while you walk through hell. But you know what never leaves? The smell. That sickening, coppery vapor rising as a man's life pulls beneath him. For all those brave young boys we send off in search of glory, that stink is their rude awakening.
Easier to die with than live with, perhaps.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But come. Blood soaks away. Let's not dwell upon the past, and men long gone.
You're not like this, but we must speak of Joshua.
Leave it be. In the past, where it belongs.
Your past is very much present. Your friend Joshua has a message for you.
He wants to take revenge. I know it.
You're no wrong. He wants to give you freedom. He never blamed you. You blamed yourself.
Why would he not seek revenge? He's due it.
He doesn't see it that way.
I shot him. I was trying to save him and I shot him.
Hold on. How did this happen?
We were skirmishing in the forest. Two Indian fellas bore down on Joshua. Dropped one, but the other had him cold. I was 20 yards away. I raised my musket, pulled the trigger. Bullet went straight through his skull.
Did you admit it later? I mean, no one would have thought the worst of you. A battle like that, well, shite happens.
Shite happens to shite soldiers. I said nothing. I wanted it over. I want it over. I don't want to live. I want to die. Please. Please. Put me out of my misery.
What is it with you people wanting to die? Deadly serious now. You sure this is what you want? You're in no doubt.
I'm certain. I can take it no more and do not want to.
No. You survived. Now you must live.
Joshua? Is that you? It cannot be. I saw you dead.
It is, old friend. I've tried for the longest time to speak to you, but your guilt took my voice. You must live in peace.
I have done the right. I shot you. I was sure my aim was good, but it was not. I shot you.
It was an accident, Andrew. You tried to save me. You failed, but you may make amends. Until you give yourself peace, I cannot have mine. Save me, Andrew, save me. Give yourself peace and save me.
Joshua, you have spoken. Andrew, you've heard. It's time to end the story.
Joshua Gouge, you've lingered in silence for too long. You can go.
I can. Thank you, Banishers. Thank you, Andrew.
Time to say goodbye, boys.
I'm sorry, my friend. I've carried the weight of your death as far as I can.
The debt, if any, is paid. Live your life.
Farewell, Joshua. You've done your duty and more.
Farewell, old friend.
You may go. I'm good for nothing after that. Thanks for your help. I'll not forget it. Just leave me alone, McCraith. I need some time.
I can help.
picking up something spectral nearby.
Hogging all the fun.
Who's that?
Yes, something's here.
Once you've revealed the routes, I'll destroy them. why they pay me good money. Incredible.
An abandoned chest.
I can't quite see it from here, but I think it has our names on it.
There is a path once I clear the way.
Worst way to die. Frozen alive.
What's the best way? Need a little push to open up a path? I think I can knock the stalactites down.
Aye, but not while I'm under it.
I know.
Ready for another ride? Circumstances aside, this is quite romantic.
Swarming hordes of spectres aren't to your liking.
They are if I'm with you. Not a fan of this breeze, mind.
Not as romantic as you'd thought, eh?
Maybe now's the time to ask you to marry me.
Try it, and I'll cut the rope. There might be a way to open this door from the other side. Ready and waiting.
beautiful view.
Every morning I wake to a better one.
Are you trying to charm me, lady? I'll warn you. This will definitely work.